two
Anything?
4x4s on top of the floor jack. You'll be fine.
Now we're just going to bring it up a little more.
So,
Anything you don't want to lose, keep, like body parts, keep them out from underneath the car. Oh, yeah.
all body parts are typically needed.
Transmission leak.
Some of that light over here. So we're taking a look underneath this thing. It's in quite remarkable shape under here. Essentially what we're going to end up having to do here, we're going to be removing this cover plate here in the center, running all of these old wires back down into it eventually.
There's wires here, and then there's an old fuel pump that's wired in that I'm not using anymore, but the mechanical one that's, we'll get rid of that.
Right.
And then I can paint all this up. But there's no rust, rot, holes, bondo, nothing in this thing.
This thing is clean.
No holes anywhere.
And we're going to disconnect everything. That engine has to drop out of the back from there, and then we're going to put it on blocks. We're going to pull it out. So we'll see.
So we got to take, axles got to come out. They just slide out. You don't have to take them right out because you can't. They just come right off of the transaxle here. And the linkages, your throttle, your transmission, your e-brake, and then apparently there's only 6 bolts holding this engine in, and it drops out with the engine, the transaxle, and the transmission all in one.
Well, those new shocks too.
I put those in, yeah.
Nice.
And the only time I've ever done this was in a farmer's field when I got the engine that I'm putting in it now, with help of a couple of other guys who hadn't done it before.
Well, that's...
You just take it out the bottom.
Yeah, just drop it down intact.
And first thing we got to do is take the wheels off.
So the top of the engine's already been removed and ready for disassembly. It's like an airplane engine.
Not until I'm ready to get the axle off. Washer, that's not good. Just fell out of the drum. I'm going to find out where that came from. Let's see if these will come out without fighting like the last one. And no. It's actually pretty innovative for 64 to do this. For 1964 to have this, because this is how all modern cars have their hubs, right? Without the, you don't have to deal with the...
Well, I think there's a big misconception about technology from these eras being less or not as good as what we use today, but that nothing could be further from the truth.
3 years before Porsche with this engine.
Yeah, no. That would be... Nobody talks about that. We're not supposed to say that. I told you they weren't allowing us to say that, Phil. Shut up.
You want to get a suit?
Yeah.
Shh! You want to get sued?
Come on. pulling the axles out so that we can, that's the first step to getting this thing out. Get out on both the axles. And then just come out. So there's a little hole here.
So this is a shaft that runs straight into the gear box over there?
Yep, you can see it here. That's the axle. Bolts onto the hub here. There's a sealed hub. And in there is a U-joint, one on the other side too. So we unbolt this, undo the U-joint, we can pull that axle out. This is the early model. Apparently the late model is a little different, but I'm not exactly sure how. But and you just turn the hub and you get the next one. Come out. Okay, now I gotta undo the U-joint in there, and I think those are 1/2 inch. I just need my hammer, which is up there, that football pin. That green bin is for all the parts and bolts and nuts.
Mm-hmm.
There's a green tote bin here, right behind you. So as much as we can, we do this, right? Put stuff together.
That was easy. You done?
It's actually not, there's not that much to it. Okay, we're gonna stop that from turning again, if you can.
Yeah, I gotta go get the. Oh, is that here? It's right here.
Yeah, like that, like this.
Get your gun right there.
Yeah, that might just spin it right off.
Here, I'll just do this.
See, I'll tell you why you don't want to go cheap when you buy jack stands.
I'll take it out. Take your foot off of there. I don't think you're gonna need that. Okay, we gotta turn it. You again turn it. Okay. Now we can oh, there's still a nut on that side. Something fell out on me.
I think they're either lock washers or spacers behind the nuts on this.
Lock washers from somebody else then, because I don't think
Well, I think it was on this little hub here, and this hub has got a rubber hose clamp on it for some reason, which I don't know.
No, that's a repair that they do.
I don't think that's stock.
No, that's a repair. you can undo those hubs, take them apart, and repack them, and that's actually the repair, to put a hose clamp on it to put to hold it back together.
That's pretty sketchy.
It's because they don't make these hubs anymore. You have to get them from California Corvair or Clark's Corvair, and they take the old ones and redo them. You can't buy those new bearings.
That's bullshit.
Well, nobody's making them. So. You have to find good used ones and redo them. So we can pull that out a little more. Now we're going to take this spring thing. I don't even know if it's technically a spring, but it's...
Sway bar link has been taken out,
I don't know if it's technically called a sway bar link.
but that's what it does.
You need to look it up.
We need to clean that up and give it the old Italiano cleanup
I'm going to.
and
Can you
restore it.
grab me vice grips there so I can take this? Is the throttle linkage. And this let go on me one day when I was driving it, because there's a tiny little pin that holds this in. And
Pin broke?
And it broke, so I just got under a piece of wire and just made my own little pin. So
That's the one that runs all the way through that
tunnel,
under there.
right up to the pedal on the floor. So this
It's a long run.
Yeah, everything is, because it's all backwards, right? Okay, so there's the throttle linkage up to the front of the car.
Got any parts?
Off. And now I got to undo this one, which goes up to the carburetor.
Why can't you just leave that one on? Is it in the
Because
way?
it goes up and over this
Over the control arm?
control arm, so it won't come out. We'll get snagged on it. A little horseshoe clip holding it on. I just got to get something more gooder to get a hold of it. And push it out this way. There's the horseshoe clip on it. That part, that's free. And that goes up to the carburetors. Let's put this clip back on so we don't lose it. Well, throttle linkage is off. Now, transmission linked. That's your shift cable. I undid it. I just need to pull it out of the transmission, so I need a little 7/16 switch.
You got this out and apart. You should clean up these control arms.
Well, I was thinking about doing all the bushings and everything on that too. You can still get that stuff. Okay, so the transmission shift cable just needs to be undone here. And then it should just pull out. Yeah, you. Perhaps we should get
Murder scene.
Perhaps we'll get.
Perhaps we'll cover the floor like I suggested at the beginning.
Yeah. Well, we just drain it out. So I'm gonna actually drain that pan.
Does it have a drain to you, Bone?
No,
Why is it all dinged up?
I don't know.
It's not good when it looks dinged up from the inside.
Oh, I hammered that out.
Oh.
I had that off. Because you'll see there's a repair done to that cable. The cable actually will leak because it fills with transmission fluid, and there's a way to fix it. And it's actually in the Corvair repair manual on how to fix it. You just put a piece of tubing over it, fill it with RTV, and zip tie.
Can't find a goddamn zip tie anywhere. All right, it. Ah, zip tie.
Did you ever service this?
I just changed the oil. I didn't bother with the filter. But now that we're taking this out, it's gonna all get cleaned up. You might as well, right?
So that's a little different. Where's that tube with the filler?
Yep.
That's weird. Could you take that off and then drain it from there?
Yep. Or we just drain it, just loosen these off and leave the back ones on, just loosen them. Take all these off. Well, I guess if you have the pan off, that would be a good time to add a bung for draining it, right?
It wouldn't hurt.
Get somebody to weld in one. If only we knew a welder.
Yeah, it would be great if we had a welder in the family.
It's only got to drain past the level of that tube.
Something very satisfying about what's going on here.
Satisfying?
Some ASMR stuff. So you're gonna put the pan bolts in once it just stops dripping?
Yeah, well, it just needs to drain past the level of that.
Well, fuck, you've gone this far. Why don't you
Of
just
that
drain the
cable,
fucking thing
right?
completely?
Well, you take the pan right off.
That's what I say. Take the whole pan off. Just drain all of it. What's the point? You've gone this far. You need that pan held up? It looks pretty loose.
There's no other bolts over there. Oh, we got it.
You got the drain cock. Just train cock. Take that, YouTube algorithm.
So if you could go up there and guide that filler tube through as I pull the pan out, that would be good. No, there's no metal.
That's what all that paste is.
That's the typical.
Yeah, see all that? That's
It's a
metal.
typical-
That's part for your clutches.
It's a
and stuff.
typical band. Yeah, I'm gonna take this.
It's not horrible. No, it's pretty good actually.
I might just take this.
It's better than my van when I
take
retake
it
it
to a
service.
transmission shop and say we built this.
I don't think you need to. Unless you just don't want to have any trouble down the road.
Well, it's
Once
out.
it's out, it's out.
You know what
and
it is to take. You can't take the transmission out on its own. You got to take what we're doing to
Get a one-shot deal, yeah.
Go to Mr. Transmission and say. They probably do.
Look at. Somebody's dinged this up pretty good, eh? They set the jacks right on that metal instead of on the ridge,
Yeah, you should go on the.
and it's all dented and
Subframe
fucked
rail.
over.
A couple of bolts should be there.
I think I'll do all of this bit in a fast forward montage.
Can we put a inspirational like music for like Rocky training in the
We can do anything.
in the mountains in Russia. Okay, so we're not going to put all those bolts in.
I need a slow-mo montage of you putting all the bolts in.
You want me to put them all in?
Yep. Give her. Oh, it's nice having that heater on my back. Surprised you're not overheated because you don't need those
I
coveralls.
just want to get my clothes off. I just want to get my clothes on. My going to town pants. I got.
You're going to town pants. You're going to town underwear.
Remember, that's how we used to say it when we lived down east.
We're going to town?
Yeah.
We gotta go to town. I remember coming back here to Hamilton and people were like, "You're already in town. Shut up." You fucking redneck.
Fucking hillbillies.
Hmm?
Fucking hillbillies.
Exactly.
That's got to get pulled out now.
That's what she said. You're hitting the emergency brake line. What did you just throw on the ground?
Just a piece of RTV that had broken loose. Now this is a pain in the balls. Last time I did this, I had to repair that leak in that cable.
What is that?
That's the shifter, the cable.
You had to repair a leak in the shifter cable?
You see that? That's the leak. That's, you put a piece of hose over it
Why does it leak?
because it's got transmission fluid in there, and because this cable gets transmission fluid, it lubricates the cable for this shift cable.
Cool beans.
Well, no, that's a dumb idea.
I think it's a stupid idea, but it's
No.
something that's just guaranteed to fail.
Well, they do. Everybody's leaks. And of course, it's hard to get it out of there. Come on. Okay, if I undo that and that, I had it out before. It's hard to
It's not
get.
going to break from bending it, is it? That liner's not going to crack with all that
I hope not.
flex you're putting on it? Can you not just leave it off and just let it come down, or no?
Yeah, it goes through the.
You can't really see it. It looks like you could leave it there, dude.
Yeah, this bracket can stay. Okay, let's do that. Let's leave it. So then we gotta take this out. E-brake spring. Now the only other thing we gotta undo is this speedo cable.
Exhaust, or you're going to take it off with the exhaust attached? Oh, let's take them off.
You can take it out, exhaust, and come out with the engine. This is supposed to be attached to the they come out all at once. So
All right, if we take it out of our way, it's just something else that's not in the
we
way.
just have to undo one hanger on each side. Speedo cable coming out. It's disconnected. Okay, now this heater tube, this is connected. This is how you get heat into the cabin.
I don't have a great view of it.
That's okay.
Oh, that's just that ducting?
Yeah, the heat from this car comes from the heat off of the head. All this here, this duct work is just to capture heat, so that you can turn on the heater in the car, and that's why you get heat. Now, if you have oil leaks, you're smelling all that oil that's way inside your car, which is important to not have oil leaks in these cars. Or you disconnect this and don't worry about heat. Just drive it in the warm weather.
Yeah. Not much holding this in, eh?
Oh. Look, this is the
So
hardest.
you got how many bolts in the front and some in the back, and then lower it out, right?
2 here.
Looks like you got 2 in the back.
And those.
Yeah, there's nothing in the middle, right?
Nope.
Oh shit.
There's a second
Probably
heater.
a lot easier than the one you took out in the field.
Oh fuck yeah, because we didn't have it jacked up like this.
So how did you get the car up to pull the engine out?
We just jacked it up and put wood under it, and we dropped
Jack
it
up,
down on the
jack up,
ground and
jack up.
just dropped it on the ground and then just hauled it out.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we just dropped it on the ground and hauled it out on some plywood and stuff. And it was a real shit show.
I hope this new engine.
Okay, so
Well, actually, we haven't explained yet what exactly the reason we're doing this is.
Low compression.
The first bench engine video shows the refurbishing and firing up of that and testing of that first motor, which ended up actually having better specs than the motor that's in the car.
better compression and better oil pressure.
So decision was made to drop this engine out and put the one that was refurbished in, because it seems to have much better performance and run better, and we're just going to pull this one out.
Hangers off the exhaust. Well, then we're ready to take these bolts out.
Why don't you just take it off with the manifold?
I don't want to take the exhaust out with it.
You want to take the exhaust with it? Okay. So you take the whole exhaust out now and get them out of the way. It's just something else that won't be in your way.
It's not. You'll see. There's not much to it.
So what are we going to do with this once we get it on the ground?
Unbolt the transmission from it, separate it. And the gearbox, separate it.
It's so strange how it's reversed of conventional
Everything's
engines.
backwards. You get the transmission on the end.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Out here doing nothing.
Like derpy derp. God, did you just shit your pants? Oh. Fuck.
That was
I'm
just
trapped in here with this.
That was just a little
Blew an O-ring.
impressive.
Oh, fucking hell. Gotta take the good with the bad, I guess.
Okay. Exhaust. One hanger on the exhaust undone.
Something wrong with you. It's still hanging around in here.
You actually see what I'm doing here?
I can see that you're doing something. I'm assuming you're taking off the hangers for the muffler. So. I'm actually a little not impressed with the battery life of this camera whatsoever. I don't know if it's because it's getting old or what.
damn it. Pick up this double nutted.
What'd you do that for? Muffler shop did it? They did a nice job on it, other than that. The welds are nice.
What you did?
Free plug for Zorro Mufflers.
Centennial
Hamilton,
Parkway.
Ontario. What's that?
Centennial Parkway.
Just Google Zorro Mufflers. They do nice work. Send me free shit, Zorro.
Oh, the nudge.
You need a second pair of hands in there?
No. What the fuck? Okay, you good? Okay, motor mount coming on.
So you get quite the zoomed in view. Is that deliberate? Is it zoomed on purpose, or is it just kind of the
I don't know.
fucking iPads? This is shit.
And the only shroud that needs to come off that would prevent the engine from lowering is already off. That's this one, which I took off yesterday. And everything else comes off with the engine. Those shrouds are just for to help with the cooling of that engine.
So we've switched over to the iPad because I ran out of room on my card. We don't make any money off our YouTube channel for cameras and stuff.
We have to go get another GoPro. I got a hookup, Joe.
Joe?
Psychopath. Through
So-
a vendor.
Well, we'll have to edit this part of the video out. But,
You know, go see Joe at Psychopath, Oakville, 507 Spears Road.
well, he's your contact.
Fourth
Give
line
him
of
give him
the
a
now.
shout.
If you
Say, hey
guys-
Joe, we need to go.
If you need bikes or fixed, go see Joe. Tell him that Phil sent you.
No. Give Joe a call to say, hey, you're looking for a new camera. I don't know, whatever. Will he give you a good deal?
Alan's the guy. Oh yeah, Alan's the guy that he GoPros everything. So I'm gonna go there in a couple of weeks. They're supposed to go
Grab. How much do you think he'll charge?
I don't even know what they want. I paid a few $100 for that one.
Yeah, no, they're not cheap.
Okay, this is off.
Okay, so what is holding the front of that engine now?
The jack's under it.
Oh, so you do have you've got it jacked off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it seems a little front heavy already. So we might need to put that jack under it to pick up the front and then reposition the.
So you put the blue jack under there?
Blue jack is sitting under it.
Fancy. God damn it, that's loud. Very fancy. Blair Witch filming incoming.
Fix that.
Well, it could be top heavy because it's not disconnected at the back.
Well, we'll put this under.
Alright, so it's going to want to fall forward.
Just for safety.
Safety lube. You putting safety lube on?
No, stop those wheels from screaming.
Safety lube first.
I'm just gonna put this on.
This is nowhere near as good as the GoPro. Because you got such a wider view. On this. Have you filmed this thing and seen the quality of it?
Sometimes. Okay, so I'm just gonna check the. Let's see what's this forward a bit.
Of course, the camera is right where I put my fucking phone.
Where gonna go with that.
Good.
Alright. So now I just gotta undo the other bolts. Motor mount. Okay.
Phil, the giant head is blocking my shot.
Okay.
Well, it's not now, but it was.
Of course there's... Well, we're leaving this in.
You're taking the nuts off of the block, you said.
Right there. Forward.
Okay, I can see you taking them off. It's fine. I thought she was going to make a cameo. You want her to be the sweet, loving wife cameo, or the holy fuck, what are you guys doing
You guys
cameo?
want sandwiches and beer? Nothing in here. Okay. Third bolt coming out. One
Now,
more.
is that bolts or nuts on studs?
Your bolts, so it'll drop straight down. Now, hopefully, it's not going to fall out on top.
Hopefully it doesn't fall forward. Don't you have the jack on the front of it?
I got it kind of as nicely balanced as I think it should be. But we're going to find that out. I think I'm going to, before I take
Well,
this last bolt out.
You don't have a lot of tension on it, so I don't think you're alright. Like, if you had a ton of tension falling forward, you'd be feeling it on taking those nuts out, so...
This last bolt, I'm just going to move so that I'm not having this engine land on me.
There you go.
Go over here.
That's what I meant.
Last bolt coming out. Last bolt cracked. Last bolt on its way out. And it should just sit on that jack, that scissor jack. Bought off of the Facebook Marketplace.
From here, so...
Okay, so everything's disconnected, correct?
Yeah.
I'm going to ease this on down. I think we pretty much got it. I don't want to put my arm in there, so I'm going to press it gently with it.
Stick your arm in there, you fucking pussy.
Okay, coming down.
Coming down.
That's it.
Dunsky. Send her, bud.
That's it. I think everything, nothing else is connected. So
Okay,
I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna... Yeah, you're good. Careful.
Okay, we're gonna go over there. So, okay, that's it. So, old engine. Nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't make as good of oil pressure. This one makes better oil pressure.
We're gonna
Better
have a
oil
video.
pressure, better compression in each cylinder. We're getting almost 145 in each cylinder. 140 to between 135 and 140 in each cylinder. This one was making 90. So with the oil leaks, low compression, lower oil pressure, I thought might as well just put this. I bought this for parts, but when we got it running, it seems to be better.
Turns out to be better
Condition.
than the other one.
And we've got the differential over there.
Is that
Might as well.
been checked?
I put new seals in it. That's all I did. I opened it up.
So you didn't do any,
I opened it up. It looks good.
got no play in any of the gears or
No,
no metal hanging, flakes
So-
hanging in there?
no. So I'm waiting for some seals to come. Starter's getting rebuilt. That'll be ready next week. So this transmission, this gearbox, I want to put on this engine because I know they're good. The transmission for parts that I have had metal in the pan, so like metal chunks. So I'm not going to put that on this car. So
Yeah, we didn't have
So I'm
any
gonna separate
metal
this.
or anything in the pan. We took it off either.
I'm going
so.
to try to keep this all together. The gearbox and the transmission together. Separate it from the engine, and then just clean it up and put it back in this one. I don't think there's any leaks coming out of the gearbox differential other than at the axles, which are easy to put the shafts, or easy to put the seals in it. So transmission seals will be easy to get at now that it's out. And this engine will be a parts engine.
Cool. Coolsies.
Okay. Now the only thing we need, I can leave this on this stand, to work on it.
Is that a question?
Yeah. I don't need you to do that.
Well, unless you want to film it. You can film that yourself with your phone or whatever.
Well, you know what?
You can extract it.
We want to put this. Well, I want to put this whole rig on this table.
That'll be easy. You just jack your
And
freaking
just slide it
scissor
over.
lift up and slide it over.
So before
Did
you
you
go,
wanna do that
before,
today?
before you go, let's just do that. I'm gonna. You should
Battery's
be able-
almost dead,
Should be
so-
able to pick it up just underneath in the head.
Okay. Huzzah! Great success! Now what do we do?